Alright, so we're going to add and subtract complex numbers, and it's really easy. So I'm going to start with the addition. When you add complex numbers, all you really are going to do is combine like terms. In other words, you're going to put the real parts together, you're going to put the imaginary parts together. And so what it looks like in generic form is I'm going to put my real parts together, I'm going to get a number, I'm going to put my imaginary parts together. Did I do the wrong thing? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. So I'm going to put these numbers together. That's all I'm doing. So if I look at these 3 examples, I'm only doing 3 with you, then I'm going to let you do 3 because this is easy stuff. I'm going to put the real parts together. 7 plus 5 gives me 12. I'm going to put the imaginary parts together. If there's nothing instead of that I in front of that I, just like if it was an X and there's nothing there, there's an understood 1. So I've got negative 1 plus 3, that's going to give me a positive 2. If you want to see that broken down, here's what I did. I put the 7 and the 5 together. I put the negative 1i and the positive 3i together. That's it. That's all there is to it. Put the real parts together. 3 plus 7 gives me 10. 2i plus 6i gives me 8i. Put the real parts together. Negative 5 and negative 2 gives me negative 7. 3i minus 8i gives me negative 5i. That's it. All there is to it. So pause the video, do the next 3, and check them. So that's what I got. 5 plus 2 is 7. Negative 2 and negative 7 is negative 9. Negative 1 and 6 is 5. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. You can put the 1 if you want to, if it makes your little heart happy, because it makes life feel complete that you have a 1 in front of that I, then you go right ahead. But it's not necessary. Subtraction is equally as easy. The only difference in the subtraction is when you subtract, you have to distribute the negative. I'm writing too big for that little space. And then do the same thing. Combine like terms. So you're going to distribute the negative that's between the parentheses, and then you're going to combine like terms. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to have A minus C, putting the real parts together. Yes, I know I'm putting a plus right here because I'm going to take that BI, and I'm going to subtract the DI, and whatever I get, whether it's positive or negative, that's what's going to go here. I'm subtracting the C, I'm subtracting the DI, the imaginary part. So here's what that looks like. I'm going to have, just distribute, it might be better for you if you do this. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to distribute that negative. So I have 6 minus 5i minus 1 minus 2i, and then just combine like terms. 6 minus 1 is 5. Negative 5i and negative 2i is negative 7i. Or, if it makes you a little bit happier to do this, I'm going to go back and look at this. I'm going to do 6 minus 1. I'm just going to put my real parts together. And then negative 5i and negative 2i. And it groups things up for you. You're still going to get the same answer. It's just whatever feels the most comfortable to you. My hand is in the way every time I write. I apologize. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to group them together. I've got 4 minus 5 plus 2i. There's my imaginary part. Minus a negative. When you subtract a negative, here's my little trick I do for me so that I don't forget what I need to do. If I minus a negative, you catch that? Minus a negative, it makes it positive. And so now I have 4 minus 5, which is negative 1. 2i plus 1i gives me a positive 3i. And that's my answer. We'll do another. Negative 2 minus a negative 8. And then I've got a positive 5i, because this one doesn't change. It doesn't have a negative out front. Minus 9i. So negative 2 plus 8 gives me 6. 5i minus 9i gives me negative 4i. Pause the video, do the next 3, come back and check them. Check your answers. I showed my work. 15 minus 22 minus 8i minus a negative gives me plus 14i. Here's my answer. Negative 12 minus a negative 5, so plus 5. Negative 11i minus a negative 3i, so plus 3i, gives me negative 7 minus 8i. 2 minus a negative 18 makes it positive. 14 minus 13i, 14i minus 13i, I get 20i plus 1. I'm sorry, 20 plus 1i. That's it. Nothing to it but to do it.